So you know how we what's the name? You know how we reacting to rappers and stuff. They be making like so basically it's this it's these whole bunch of rappers called Dallas Drill, Dallas rappers.
Dallas rappers?
Yeah.
Okay.
And they be rapping about killing people and stuff. It's called Dallas Drill. They be going on drills, spinning blocks.
What do you mean?
They be spinning blocks and murdering people. And then they be rapping about it in their songs. That's called
So
Dallas,
they actually
Drill.
they actually do that?
They actually rap about the crimes that they're doing. Pretty intelligent, pretty high IQ, aren't they?
Yeah, very much so.
Pretty high IQ. I'm pretty sure there's probably some Dallas Drill rappers. Where we at? Now, I just want you to react to this video. It's called The Most Active Gang in Dallas Drill. FBG Murder documentary. FBG Murder, that's a rapper.
FBG?
Murder.
Saw 205 murders in the city of Dallas. In 2020, the homicide skyrocketed to 254 in that year. Then 222 murders in 2021, 214 in 2022, and a 15% rise in homicides in 2024. A total of 246 killings, 32 more than the year prior. Early 2023 saw a rise in Dallas Drill where specific names and events were being mentioned and mocked on tracks. Specific murders were being talked about.
We probably hit the time. In the camp, we push big fully two switches. A deal we got a fully child. Nigga this, but I ain't even spent for his brother. I think I seen fast on fire. Wish I go off. Nigga know the hit the flow or you might get dead like John.
He say hit the floor or you might get dead like John.
Who? John who?
John Wick.
John who?
Wick.
Who's that?
No, I don't know who John is. I guess it's somebody they beefing with.
Oh.
How many murders did they say it was and homicides in the beginning? Did you hear?
200, I know they said in 24 it's 246, I think they said. This is in Dallas?
Yeah. Look, you rapping about it. I ain't gonna lie. Hold on.
This week's Trackdown looks for the man who shot and killed a teenager in April. The attack and shooting happened during a block party at Juanita Craft Park in South Dallas. The shooters and their cars caught on tape, but not caught by police. Here's Fox 4 Sean Rabb. You can help with that in this week's Trackdown.
Detective Derek Cheney says Carriante Green was killed over social media beef. The 17-year-old mother pleading for the streets to break their silence.
I know where we come from. Nobody wanna be a snitch or nobody wanna step up. But if it was your child, you want somebody to step up. Like crime, teenage crime on teenage crime. If nobody never step up, we won't never be able to help the kids, or we won't be able to get justice for everybody that's out here losing their kids.
Brittany Newhouse, now part of a sorrowful sorority, mothers of murdered sons. Her 17-year-old, Carriante Green, nicknamed Fat Daddy, killed April 17.
This our football star. This my hero. This my firstborn. My best friend. He everything.
My victim arrived at the party. He arrived in this direction from Limes as he was walking through the park. The surveillance video would show two vehicles parked. It's a white Dodge Charger. It is like a silver sedan, I would say Nissan Honda. You see some individual exit these cars, and as my victim was just walking, they approached him from behind, and shots was fired. My victim collapsed to the ground. These individuals ran back to their vehicles, and then they left the location. This is on cue, dealing with social media, dealing with young people who going back and forth, exchanging words, and these words are leading to the gunfire.
You haven't gotten any good information so far?
So I do have information. I have some persons of interest, but the thing is, I need some bodies behind the words. I need someone to confirm what I know and is willing to stand up and for me to use it in court.
If y'all say y'all mess with Fat Daddy the way that y'all do, if y'all know y'all can remain enough.
That's crazy. 17.
Gone just like that.
Park too.
Over social media. That's sad.
Y'all step up and say something like, I want justice for my baby. Like, who wouldn't want justice for their child to just walk up on the park and having been here 5 minutes and get gunned down?
And John were both members of the FBG gang, short for Free Bird Gang, a gang located in South Dallas with members from the Pleasant Grove neighborhood as well. John was shot and killed on
Pleasant Grove area. Right
Where we
at.
are.
Right where we
only
at.
3 months after Fats at a 4th of July party in 2021. At approximately 10:37 p.m., Dallas police responded to a shooting in the 300 block of Park Row Avenue. A 43-year-old woman and 19-year-old John Kentriel Hightower were shot while attending a gathering at the location. Both were taken to a local hospital and treated for their injuries. However, on July 6, 2021, John succumbed to his injuries. It's alleged that OTS is behind the deaths of Fats and John, but that is all speculation and rumors, as no one has ever been arrested for either murder. Almost 3 years after John was shot and killed on February 8, 2024, OTS rapper FBG Murda would release a music video titled Cleanup Crew, where in it, he can be seen at John's gravesite taking a piss and filming his music video on it.
That's what I'm saying. They
wrong. They wrong
They
for
crazy. They wild. He's peeing on his gravesite.
Why would you do that? He's gonna get it in the end for that.
This sadly wasn't the first time John's grave had been pissed on by OTS.
Music video too.
Where y'all been? Y'all mama, y'all sister, y'all sister, y'all granny, y'all daddy, y'all brother. You little bitch ass nigga came to pick on this party and want pussy up the door and stay real. Come back and do the shit. Bitch ass nigga, cause y'all playing with the right one. On my kids. Come pick on this party again and be real when we pull up. Bitch ass, hoe ass nigga. Pick on ass little boy. Bitch ass little boy. He already dead in the ground. What more y'all want? Where y'all be at? What's our name? Bitch ass hoes, y'all fuckers, mamas, grannies, brothers, whoever. Real talk. That's what's up to them bitches. Y'all ain't that mama, daddy, sister, all you hoes. Don't be laying next to you. Bring with me if I got to. Real talk. Don't let them hear y'all no.
South Dallas rapper J3 Get Busy alongside Baby Diablo and Mo Brazy would respond to FBG Murda by vandalizing and shooting a music video on Ron Mika Simpson's gravesite, also known as Mika, the mother of 17-year-old OTS member Trey.
Ain't know we had they rock. Ain't know we had they rock.
So I guess he was at somebody mother's gravesite. He was calling.
He was what?
The person that's in the video was at somebody mother's gravesite. He was calling him on the phone, trying to show him he at the gravesite.
He was at the other person's mother's gravesite?
Yeah.
Calling him for what?
To show you at the gravesite.
What is wrong with these people?
Go Mika! Mika! Them savages hot, can't pay for us to been a block. Real readers, they know how to spot. We done did a lot, free hoes done gave up a drop. Easy put a nigga on fire, that nigga ain't never did shit by his mama. When bro try to slide, that bitch in the box.
We done did a lot, free hoes done gave up a drop. Easy put a nigga on fire, that nigga ain't
drive-by shooting in Heartland has turned into a murder investigation after a woman critically injured succumbed to her injuries at a Dallas area hospital on Monday.
Where we said drive-by shooting in the Heartland. That's what we said.
Yeah.
The Crandall Police Department, which is investigating the shooting, received notification from the hospital the victim had succumbed to her injuries after initially being listed as in critical condition early, Monday morning. Notification was received Monday evening. The victim was identified by family and friends on social media as 38-year-old Ron Mika Simpson. Police recovered approximately 63 spent shell casings from the scene of the shooting in the 3000 block of Fluttermill Drive in the Heartland community. The incident occurred at approximately 1:49 a.m. on February 6, 2023. Crandall Police Department Chief Forrest Frierson says the shooting, in its preliminary investigative stages, appears to have been targeted to this particular residence, but the victim was likely not the intended target of the gunfire. Of the at least 63 rounds fired at the home, Crandall Police Department Chief Forrest Frierson says a majority struck a single bedroom of the residence, while few struck other bedrooms. At least 2 9mm casings and 61 .223 casings were recovered from the scene. The Crandall Police Department is also working with the Dallas Police Department's gang unit and at least 3 other DPD units on the case, as it is believed to be retaliation for a drive-by shooting in East Dallas. There, police have identified 19 complainants, though no injuries were initially reported. Zaya Lacey was shot and killed at a visual for Mika in September of 2023, as if taking the life of one innocent bystander wasn't enough. Trey and his family wouldn't even get the chance to properly grieve and mourn the loss of Mika before tragedy struck again for the family.
Police are looking for the people responsible for opening fire on a crowd in East Dallas.
And as investigators piece together clues, the family is devastated after their little girl was killed. Our Candace Sweat picks up this heartbreaking story live from Dallas Police Headquarters. Candace, the family telling us that they gathered to remember a woman who was murdered.
Exactly, Brittany and Brian. This started off as a candlelight vigil, sort of a celebration of life for another family member. Instead, everyone there ended up running and ducking from gunshots, and a child is now dead. The family tells us today they want the person responsible locked up. At times, the grief is too much.
Oh, God, Jesus.
Deborah Harper Smith was with her grandchild, 2-year-old Zaya Lacey, and other family members Sunday for a candlelight vigil on Hay Street in East Dallas. Then there were gunshots.
Everybody started to run. I grabbed my grandbaby. While I was running, when I got behind the truck, I felt some blood.
She realized Zaya had been shot. Another family member rushed them to the hospital.
And I couldn't do nothing but scream, cry, and pray, and ask God, please just protect her.
Smith says doctors placed Zaya on an operating table, and they waited.
She not even 1 year old. She probably 2 years old at the max.
An hour later, they came in and told us she didn't make it. And my baby was only 2 years old. She haven't even lived a full life yet.
Dallas police detectives say this was not a random shooting, but Zaya and another adult woman injured at the vigil were not the intended targets. Now this family, surrounded by their church pastors, are calling on the public.
If it was your 2-year-old granddaughter, daughter, niece, or cousin, how would you feel?
They're left grasping for answers in a situation that feels hopeless.
I told my grandkids I will always protect them, and I let her down because I couldn't.
Any information is asked to call Dallas police.
They can't find who did this shit.
I'm pretty sure they can.
Yeah.
Having all types of cameras. I don't even see how people are still getting away with murder. They got
cameras everywhere.
Cameras, license plates, whatever. I'm pretty sure they can track your footprints. I'm pretty sure all these people have been to jail before. They're probably just doing a lazy job.
Brittany, back to you. Mr. Hart just breaks for that family. Someone who knows something has to come forward. Thank you.
OTS would adopt the name Mika Jumpout after her death. OTS was originally called Sack Chaser Global, and it started off as friends that went to school together in Mesquite. OTS claims Pleasant Grove, the South, and the East, but a lot of OTS was originally
They went to Mesquite. That's crazy.
Called Sack Chaser Global, and it started off as friends that went to school together in Mesquite. OTS claims Pleasant Grove, the South, and the East, but a lot of members originally grew up together in Mesquite. SCG used to be deep in members, but a lot of people stopped claiming it because it was really a school game. That's until members started jumping off the porch and going by OTS short for Only the Sacks, founded by Fooley and Stepa, who's currently incarcerated for a homicide. There's currently a rumor that Fooley has a confirmed body and has beaten that case, but that's completely false. Fooley has never been charged for a murder in his life. OTS main jump outs are Trey. Ops love to taunt and diss him over the fact his mom was shot and killed in a drive-by shooting. But Trey has gotten active behind Mika's name on numerous occasions. Just last week, Trey and Yakuza ran into 5K rapper Baby 247 at court, spitting on him and beating him in a corner. Trey made the news in April of 2020 after a brawl that sent a student.
They beat niggas. Grandma, that's crazy. They beat niggas up in court.
I heard that.
They beat niggas up. They got a case, they got to fight. They beat niggas up in court.
They don't give a damn.
They do not care.
A school resource officer to the hospital.
Brawl erupts at North Forney High School, and it's all caught on camera.
So a student and the school resource officer both ended up in the hospital.
That's how it started happening because you know a lot of black people started moving to Mesquite, Forney, and Heartland. Because before it wasn't really like that. And a whole bunch of niggas started, you know, doing what they do.
Agreed with us in studio. You know, parents are understandably concerned.
Yeah, and they're upset and very concerned, but you know, this story, it's getting a lot of clicks on our website. This massive brawl happened after a lunch period at North Forney High School in Kaufman County, right in the school courtyard. And as you said, parents are upset, they're frustrated, they want to know why did something like this happen, and is more campus security needed? All right, check this out here. We sort of blurred the fight video here because it is graphic, and it shows about 4 to 5 students fighting. Staff and members of the district's police force, they're trying to stop everything in the video. At one point, you can see several students kicking another student on the concrete. The district says an officer was head-butted by a student and they both went to the hospital. They're now recovering. And as you can imagine, the parents that we spoke to, they're upset, they're frustrated, and they're concerned.
How do you contain it without having more officers available?
No solutions, no consequences or anything.
Okay, so that brawl, that incident is now under investigation. No charges have been filed, but Kara, Mark, that really could change in the next coming days or so. And many parents we spoke to yesterday are wondering, hey, do they need some sort of security plan like Dallas ISD? I'll send it back to you.
On July 6, 2023, at approximately 4:05 p.m., Dallas police responded to a call for service in the 1300 block of S, Fitzhugh Avenue. The preliminary investigation determined when officers arrived, they found the victim, 20-year-old OTS member Tavarius Robinson, also known as TG, with gunshot wounds in the alley. Dallas Fire Rescue responded, and the victim died from his injuries. TG died only a day after he pissed on an ops grave, making many people speculate that it was one of OTS ops who killed TG. A month after TG was shot and killed, OTS members Cartel and Mullah would get arrested and charged for the murder of their own associate.
They got pictures of everybody.
So they was in the same gang, and they killed him. So basically, they backed over. You don't know what backdoor means, but basically, they killed their own friend. They're saying they put him on murder. I mean, put him, whatever. They arrested him because they think they killed their own friend.
Why?
On the 14th of October 2023, OTS member Cameron Turner fired 3 to 4 shots inside of a food court. at the Texas State Fair, injuring 3 people after being approached by a group of males and going into self-defense mode.
I think I remember this. He would have been the first shot.
Families flee in terror as gunfire erupts at a state fair. This was the view from the Ferris wheel at the Texas State Fair in Dallas. Looking down, you can see people running for safety.
OTS claims Fallen Fast Money member Hank, who was shot and killed after attempting to slide on ops. A video would emerge of Hank laying on his back with his chop beside him shortly after the shooting. FBG Murda would start rapping after spending 11 months in juvenile, but wouldn't take it seriously until 2023. July 26, 2023, FBG Murda would release a song titled Jizzle Smoking, where in it he sends shots at PCE and disses there Fallen member Jizzle, who was shot and killed after an attempted robbery. 3 weeks after Jizzle Smoking was released, labels would start to call FBG Murda, who would get himself good connections to artists such as Lil Ry, Famous Dex, and L5. The drill rap subgenre was created in Chicago in the early 2010s by teenagers who grew up in close proximity to gang violence. Artists like Chief Keef would make songs with lyrics detailing the shootings, murders, and pain he witnessed on the same block he grew up in. Drill music has since spread to almost every major city with a high crime rate, with rappers making a fortune off the dangerous lifestyle they came from. It's not surprising that in 2023, there's a new wave of drill rap in Dallas, when the city's crime rate is up 15%. Real murders are being mocked and mentioned in songs. Hopefully, FBG Murda can leave that lifestyle behind and focus on the great career that's ahead of him that will bring him and his family generational wealth after a very rough upbringing.
Dallas police need to do more. They need to do more. They could do more if they wanted to. Hell, they got everybody who they're looking for, but they want to arrest them.
That's what it sounded like. I mean,
and we right here in the mix.
We literally are.
Yes.
We literally.
We are right here in the mix.
Gunshots and stuff.
So I keep my ass inside, and then when I do hear it, down. Princess, get out the window.
Well,
you be hearing shots all the time. You know, right where the store is, right where the ditch is. I believe there's some bodies in there. I wouldn't be surprised.
That ditch over there?
Mm-hmm.
What, the one, oh.
That big long one over here, right behind, on the side over here. I wouldn't be surprised if they was found some bodies in there. It's deep.
Yeah, that is deep. I ain't gonna lie. We're literally right in the war zone.
Mm-hmm.
In the middle of it. In the trenches. It's crazy.
We need to get out this bitch.
Yeah, because I ain't gonna lie. Pleasant Grove, you say Pleasant Grove, you said Pleasant Grove, Mesquite, Heartland, you saying everywhere we done stay.
Mm-hmm.